You know what? I usually don't come to the car and do little quick videos, but this was warranted because sometimes, man, sometimes people just give you gifts that just keep on giving. That video for the Tulsa Real Estate Fund is a gift that just keeps on giving. What do I mean? Well, first of all, this is the thing, right? The Tulsa Real Estate Fund, I did a video, did the other video I uploaded this morning. I thought twice about putting that video up because I was going kind of hard on that video, right? Just a few minutes ago, someone comes in the comment section, and of course I'm outside for lunch, so I figured, what the hell? Let me go ahead and just point something out, people. The thing is, I do the Tulsa Real Estate Fund video, and in that video, the guy, somebody came in the comment section and said, this is a bad investment because it's breaking, investment money and investment rule number one. Is not diversified. He's putting all the money in real estate. Let me explain something. He's saying that's breaking the rule. Look, man, you need to stop while you're ahead, people. Just stop while you're ahead. When you say ignorant statements like that, I wonder, I'm like, does he understand that there's a such thing called a real estate investment trust that is pretty much just real estate? Then there are tons of different real estate holding companies that, they can hold all types of different properties and things like that. Every shopping center that you see is not owned by a company that owns, it's not Microsoft. Does Microsoft own land? Yes. Do a lot of corporations and businesses own land? Yes. Every corporation and business does not own land. There are companies that just do real estate and they do it damn good. He actually said that you have to diversify. I'm like, you hear people say the word diversify because usually when they say that, they're talking about your mutual fund. They're saying, well, we're going to spread out and diversify because, of course, that cuts your risk down. If you got 50 different companies that that are within 50 different funds that are loaded up into your mutual fund or whatever, different organizations, different, whatever they call it, I forget. My mind's going blank. Basically, they load different funds or organizations or whatever into one big package. And it may have 100 different companies that is diversifying your money. So you put $1,000 in there and they may put $10 on each company, for example, right? Oh, well, yeah, over 100 companies, yeah. So that's what they mean by that. They're not saying that every time you do an investment, it's a diversification. Gordon Gekko, you don't become Gordon Gekko just diversifying, people. And for those of you that are probably too young to understand who the hell is Gordon Gekko, there's a movie that came out in the 80s with Michael Douglas and Charlie Sheen and his dad, Martin Sheen, called Wall Street. And he was a whale. And a whale is someone who's moving millions of dollars. They're a large investor. Millions, sometimes billions of dollars are moved in the market. When you lose money in the stock market, a lot of times the whale is the one that's siphoning that damn money up, shorting your stocks. There's a movie called The Big Short, right, where they talk about people getting in and shorting the market because they knew the housing bubble was about to burst, right? And there's this guy that predicted it and jumped in and was doing certain things, early on. So that's one thing I want you guys to understand. But the thing that really makes this more interesting to me is the level of ignorance that we will display as a people coming into the comment section and making the most cockamamie, ignorant damn comments I've ever heard in my life. This dude literally said, well, he's breaking the rules because he's not diversifying. And that's the rule number one. Like, that let me know you don't invest worth shit. You can't. You don't understand. Look, man, every time someone does an investment, they not necessarily they haven't diversified every time. Diversification is a strategy whereby you reduce risk. But if you know, for example, let me give you a good example. Let's say you know for a fact, and that's why they call this shit insider trading sometimes. Martha Stewart and all that different thing. If you know for a fact that Walmart is about to acquire Target, you would go buy, I'm going to tell you something, damn it, sell your house If you go refinance your house and say, I'm gonna sell my damn house, try to get $250,000, and I'm gonna go drop it all in the Walmart a day before they announce they about to acquire Target, right? Everybody, you would make that money instantly would go up to, let's say, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? You shoot up, let's say you go up 50%, you make $125,000, some ridiculous number, because that would be huge, right? But that's what I'm talking about. Or they do a stock split and it's split. So you bought shares at a cheaper price and it splits twice and you knew this shit was gonna happen, you can make money. That, you know what I'm saying? That's not diversification. That's knowing specifically something. Or when you look at candles and charts, right? And you understand support and resistance. And I hate I have to talk about shit like this. I'm thinking most of us in this day and age, in this day of information, understand basic shit. But I'm gonna go ahead and just say it, okay? So in this day and age, when you understand support and resistance, right? And you understand that the market has hit strong resistance, right? Last I looked, the Dow was at like 24,000 and some change. Right? Let's say you know for a fact that when it gets to 25,000, it's going to have strong resistance to go back down. Right? Or let's say support. Let's do support. Let's say in support is when it's going down and it bounces, the price goes back up. Resistance is the opposite. It's going up and the price begins to bounce off and go down. Right? If you look at candles, anybody that's looked at a candle chart understands this, right? So what I'm saying is, when you do this, let's say you know this information. What happens is, a lot of times what people fail to realize is, if you understand support and resistance, right? And I had a guy break this down to me, and this is how it works. Back in the days, now things have changed now because everybody got the internet and stuff like that. It's a lot faster. But back in the days when you used to have people on the market floor, and the people used to be like in what was the name of that movie? Trading Places. At the end, they were buy, sell. They were screaming and stuff like that. You have certain orders, right? So let's say at 20,000, there were a lot of buy orders, but those buy orders are sitting there waiting, right? You don't know that, so the damn price drops down, right? And I'm using the Dow as an example, but just bear with me, right? The price drops down to 20,000. Well, those buy orders are still there. It spikes way back up. And that's a lot of times the candles, if you look at a candle chart, a lot of times those candles butt up against each other, the top and the bottom, depending on how you got it set up, the bottom and the top and where the price closed and stuff like that. Well, during that time period, if it's a 1 hour chart, 4 hour chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, whatever, right? A lot of times you'll see a big jump and those candles won't even be adjacent. They'll be next to each other, but the next candle won't even butt up against the other one because it'll be way up or way down. Why? Because that means there are a lot of latent buy and sell orders that are still left over in the market. Okay? So when I hear people, that's what I'm saying. Like, we so fucked up in the game as black people, we're not even aware of the rules of the game. We don't, like, I can imagine if you think that he's gonna fail just because he hasn't diversified, you so ignorant, you need to invest in the Tulsa Real Estate Fund. Because you clearly are showing that you don't have the intelligence to be able to assess this investment properly. I didn't say, now what I said in my video was that the Tulsa Real Estate Fund could fail. I didn't say that it was guaranteed to win. I said he could make bad investments, it could fail, or he could be a crook and try to skip town with $10 million, get locked up by the SEC and they freeze his accounts. Because they will do that shit. They will freeze his accounts and he won't be able to do nothing. All those people, the lawyers, everybody in that damn thing will go to jail. Right? That's what I'm saying. Number one. Number two, he's aligned himself with a guy who's a billionaire from real estate. Why would they, if Don Peebles is not a real estate billionaire, then what is he? You see what I'm saying? He hasn't spread, say, I'm gonna do part in this, I'm gonna go buy some businesses, I'm gonna get into some oil. Now, do I think that he has other things? Of course, you're a billionaire. Of course he got other investments. I would doubt that all he has is the real estate investments. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is to sit here and to try to claim that this guy, that the Tulsa Real Estate Fund are one of the biggest reasons that it will fail is because all they're doing is real estate. Just stop while you're ahead, man. Just stop. Stop talking. Stop typing. Just stop. Stay off my channel with these ignorant, profoundly ignorant, like so ignorant that it baffles my mind. Like, did he just say, like I had to sit there and think about, like, did he really just say that the reason that this is not gonna work is because I'm pulling my car in some shade, but did he just sit here and say that the reason that this is not gonna work is because it's not diversified, like it's only in real estate? So at first I was like, what does he mean? Because at first I thought, well, is he talking about one particular deal that they're doing to try to pretty much hinge all of the money on? That's what I first thought he said when he said it's not diversifying. Because I couldn't grasp the concept that he really thought that it wasn't being diversified because he's only doing real estate. So he can do 1,000 real estate deals, but it's still a fail because he did 1,000 real estate deals and didn't do business. When each real estate deal may be different, it's its own transaction in and of itself, people. This is the level of ignorance that, and see, this is why you can't even argue business with people. I have people that have subscribed to my channel. Soon as I put a video out, they dislike it because they're coming in to try to say some ignorant stuff. And then when you type, you show your ignorance. You really do. You show, and I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you subscribed because I honestly don't think you understand a lot of shit. Like I said, and I had a brother, shout out to the brother. He said he's from the islands. In the other video, he just put the comment in there. And he said he's used to meeting people with accents and stuff. And he was just talking about how he had respect for Southern businessmen. Good. I mean, the rap game, and I appreciate that. Because you know what I'm saying? Look, black people are some of the most crafty people on the face of the earth. Black people can do all types of things. But what I will not let anybody do is just because one thing I don't do is try to disrespect Africans and say that Africans are stupid or try to say something like Caribbeans are stupid or lazy or that's the dumbest thing you can do, to try to size up a whole nationality, a group of people. And when you see someone, like that's like me saying, okay, I see somebody from Ethiopia, so they automatically are coon to me. Because a lot of Ethiopians that I have met and in my personal experience, they really, really, really they don't like us. A lot of them don't. From my personal experience. Ethiopia's in America. Now, when you go to Ethiopia, it's a whole different, in Africa, it's a whole different ball of wax. You know what I'm saying? Even some of those don't like us, but a lot of them, they still respect you as an African American when you go to Ethiopia. But that's not the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is, don't come on my channel and think just because I'm not, my vernacular, because I'm going to be honest with you, I don't have the largest vocabulary. I don't. And I need to work on my vocabulary. And you know, I got some ebooks that, you know, talk about, you know, increasing your word power, different things like that, talking about different, giving the definitions of words, the spelling, using those words in sentences and stuff like that. So you'll be able to, you know, go out and, you know, use those words on a consistent basis. And, you know, even on an IQ test, a lot of times, one of the things they do on an IQ test is they tend to ask questions that are, you know, this is to this as this is to that. You know what I'm saying? Like different things like that. So you those are IQ questions and stuff. So even that's why I think IQ tests are kind of biased, because when they ask vocabulary tests, it's not really a true measure of cognitive abilities. So just understand that just because you come on my channel and you hear this country ass accent, I done been around the block, bro. I ain't no damn Milli Vanilli, okay? I done done all types of shit. I done been a loan originator. I done been a mortgage broker. I'm just saying, I've done a lot of shit. I know you hear this and you think you know, like, he don't know what the fuck you talking about. Look, look, I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I'm not even the most, what's the word? I'm not the most, I don't know what the word is. I guess I'm not the most, I don't know everything. You get what I'm saying? I'm not the most exhaustive. I understand everything about business. I'm not like that. Because see, when you get like that, that's when you're going to fuck up in the game. It's always good to stay green, so to speak, in the industry. To think that I can learn more. And whenever you get around someone that is in an industry, right? Even in real estate, and I've done all types of real estate. Even in real estate, I'll sit and listen to Jay Morrison. I'll sit and listen to Dunn. I damn sure listen to Dunn Peebles. Damn billionaire. He where I'm trying to go. And there are people that I've made more money than in this game, but I'll still listen. Because you can learn from people, man. We have a lack of humility and we think we understand business, but clearly the numbers that these Tone Talk subscribers love to try to tout, the facts don't, the data doesn't lie and facts don't lie and all this shit like that. Well, if that's the case, then it can't be that we all understand business as well, because if you understood business, if you know better, you'll do better, right? So we're not doing business because we think that, a lot of his subscribers that come on my channel right now, well, they think that they understand business. So if you understand business, it wouldn't look like it does. If I knew, and I'm gonna give you a good example. If I knew how to read candles and charts and stuff like that, and knew how to understand support and resistance, and I'm gonna be completely honest with you, you can damn near eyeball support and resistance. Ain't no damn near in it you can. You can actually trade a chart with no indicators. Because I was trying to learn how to do it. You know what I'm saying? And I was doing it with the foreign exchange market, but you could do this with any market. Bitcoin, anything that's measured with candles, which each candle represents a period of time, be it from 5 minutes, 1 minute on up, right? But when you do that, what that does is that allows you to understand that you can change the price of a particular product or a particular, not change the price, but you can measure the price. You know what I'm saying? So I want you guys to understand that you need to really be careful with what you say on these comment sections on these videos, man, because that's it, man. I'm sifting, and I encourage all my subscribers, my original subscribers, and even my new subscribers who agree with me, lay into these cats, man. When they say something, I'm gonna stop deleting everybody's comment, because I deleted maybe 10, 15 different ignorant ass comments on that last video. So if you guys want to, go ahead and go at these brothers, man. Y'all have a good day. Thank you.